People join the military for several reasons. Becoming a millionaire usually isn't one of them, but it's totally possible to serve one's country and become financially wealthy. I'll show you how easy it can be to leave the military with over $1 million. But first, please like this video for the YouTube algorithm and leave a comment on anything you like or don't like about the video. It's important to note this isn't going to happen overnight. There's no magic way to suddenly get $1 million without getting extremely lucky. But if you can get yourself to make a few good decisions every day, you can become a millionaire. Like Will Smith said, I learned that you don't set out to build a wall. You say, I'm gonna lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. If you do that every single day, soon you'll have a wall. A lot of people in the military are notoriously bad with money, spending thousands of dollars a year on things like energy drinks, dip, cars, off-post establishments, and other dumb stuff. I want to help change this with this video and my nonprofit, Life Skills for Soldiers. As you can see from this Excel sheet, it is completely possible to be a millionaire by the time you retire from the military, no matter if you're enlisted or an officer. This is a conservative estimate because it doesn't account for any deployments or re-enlistment bonuses, which can be great financially. So no, you don't have to rank up super quickly, no, you don't have to live like a monk, and no, you don't have to invest in the next Amazon. All it takes is a good plan and some self-discipline. Step 1. Create a budget with 20% of your income going to saving. This is pre-tax, not post-tax income. So for a brand new second lieutenant at Fort Bragg, this means saving $465 of your $2,323 bi-weekly check. If you begin doing this when you join the military, you'll quickly make it a habit and start doing it without even thinking about it. So don't put it off, don't say you'll do it next month. Sit down, make a realistic budget, and execute. Step 2. Create a list of financial SMART goals. This will help you with your budget and will help you stay on track when you start to get distracted. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. An example of a SMART goal might be to have $100,000 in investments by the time you promote to captain, or to buy a house with 20% down by the time you're age 26. A goal of buy a Ferrari isn't a SMART goal, not because it's not realistic, although it might not be, but because it's not time bound. A better goal would be to buy a Ferrari by the time you're age 50. By having a list of financial SMART goals, you'll be much more likely to stick with your budget. So take the time to do this. It'll give you that little extra fire and will help you stick to your budget and what you're working for when you need it. Step 3. Set up an automatic 5% TSP contribution. Anyone who joined the military on or after January 1st, 2018 is in the blended retirement system. This means a number of things, but most importantly for this, it means that the military will match what you contribute to your TSP up to 5% of your base pay. So for every $1 you contribute, you'll have $2 in your TSP account. This is free money. It's something you need to take advantage of. If you do this over 20 years as an officer, the military will contribute $85,000 to your TSP account for you in free money. And that doesn't even account for any of the money that this free money will make for you in those 20 years. Step 4. Set up a brokerage account for the rest of your savings. You don't want to put all your money in the TSP or another retirement account because you can't touch that money without paying penalties until you're 59 and a half years old. So you need to set up a brokerage account where you can invest your other savings. Examples of brokerage accounts are Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and yes, Robinhood. Here you can invest in a number of things, but if you want to keep it simple, you can take the advice of people like Warren Buffett and simply buy a low-cost S&P 500 ETF or mutual fund. Step 5. Save 3 months worth of expenses in a high interest savings account. It's always crucial to have an emergency fund for when unexpected things happen. By having an emergency fund, you'll be able to get through these times without having to borrow money. Your emergency fund should be about 3 months of necessary expenses. And necessary expenses should be about 50% of your income. So 3 months of necessary expenses is probably about a month and a half of your pay. And for a brand new second lieutenant, that's around $7,000. You want to keep this money easy to access, but don't want to keep it in a bank or in cash under your mattress because that's earning little or no interest. Instead, I'd want that money to make at least some money for me, and I would put it in a high yield savings account. There are several of these, but some consistently high ranking ones are Marcus by Goldman Sachs and American Express Personal Savings. After a couple of years of this, you'll build strong habits and have an easy time sticking to the plan and gaining financial knowledge. When you reach that point, you should pay it forward and teach your troops those life skills. There's tons of information out there in terms of budgeting, how to invest, how to buy a car, all those kinds of things. It can be hard to decipher what's good and bad information. Fortunately, there's a nonprofit that make classes that are designed for you to teach your troops life skills. It's called Life Skills for Soldiers, and its mission is to improve service members' lives through life skills education. Getting the classes is easy. Just go to lifeskillsforsoldiers.org. You can get their most popular class, budgeting, in 5 seconds. Just go to the Our Courses tab, click budgeting, click sample course, and boom, the presentation and instruction manual can be downloaded immediately. Each of the classes come with a presentation for you to project or give your soldiers, a video to show you how to teach the class, and an instruction manual which contains an overview of the class, notes for you to use when you teach the class, a handout for your soldiers, and AARs from the other people who have taught the class. To get access to all the classes, you just need to create an account on their site and you'll be able to download them all. You need to make an account because these classes are only for military. They're tailored for military audiences. So they ask you some questions to confirm you're in the military. As an Army officer, improving service members' lives is something I'm really passionate about. It's why I make these videos, it's why I started the nonprofit. And Life Skills for Soldiers is the best way I know to improve service members' lives. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. So until next time, keep killing it.